So hello, welcome to GK's Kitchen, and today we are making a carrot cake. And because this is not just like any other cooking show, we have to talk as we go about this cooking kitchen. The most interesting thing about this recipe is the combination between pineapples and carrots. These two things work very well. This is a fruit and this is a vegetable. And it's so strange how well they work. I don't know whether you've ever tried to make a salad at home of the same, of pineapple and maybe a carrot. The combination is amazing. And it's strange because most people think that these two things wouldn't work so well and they wouldn't bring out a particular flavor, but they actually do end up working so well and bringing out an awesome flavor. Just like relationships, it is very easy for people to judge a melancholic and a sanguine, you know, because sanguines are playful, they are talkative, they are all over the place, and melancholics are dialed down and quiet but powerful in their own way. So it is ideal for us to think about relationships in that manner. That is not always the combination should look like it's going to work. Even in places where the relationship doesn't look like it's going to work, it actually works. And because I'm a relationship coach, you know, we gotta cook and talk at the same time. So here we are. I've already done my wet ingredients. As you can see, my wet ingredients are looking awesome. Here I have an egg. I have 4 eggs. I have brown sugar. I have normal sugar. I have, what else? I have vanilla extract. And remember, the best vanilla is in the one that is in a glass container. So I've just mixed my wet ingredients. The only wet ingredient that is missing from here is actually cooking oil and the carrots and the pineapple. So allow me just to mix the dry ingredients. I'll tell you what they are, and then we'll continue our conversation about different personalities in relationships. So as you can see, I've mixed in the oil. You can already tell the difference of the mixture. You know, it looks amazing. And I know in case you're wondering and you're asking yourself, why are we using cooking oil instead of butter or margarine to do the mix? A carrot cake, its base is normally cooking oil because it's supposed to be moist and it will help the carrot cake stay longer. Again, because we are putting fresh ingredients, and cooking oil does act like a preservative, right? Now, I will apply that into relationships in just a minute. So right here, I have baking powder, I have nutmeg, and I have cinnamon ready to go into the mixture. Now, the thing that you'll note about these two spices, nutmeg and cinnamon, are very powerful spices. But when they are well measured and they are put well together, and salt, I had forgotten I've put salt together. I've put salt in it. They work very well. Just like in any relationship, every person has their own strength and their own powers. But if you work together, if you balance between the weaknesses and the strengths, it's a powerhouse. So I've added my first cup of flour, and I've also added a little bit of what is it called? What is it called, this thing? If I remember, I'll tell you. It's bicarbonate or it's biosoda, something. So to add contrast to it, and salt. So some of these ingredients, when you bring them together, when you think about cooking, when you go to a wedding, the cake matron always talks about the bringing together of a cake. The dirty work isn't seen, but what you'll see at the end of this is ooh, the mixture smells amazing. It's a beautiful, beautiful cake that will taste so amazing. But this work that I've put into it will not be visible anymore. So here we are. I know the mixture doesn't look like it's coming together, but I can assure you it's coming together. You know, sometimes you put in effort in a relationship and it feels like, well, what I'm doing doesn't seem to work out. Just keep doing what you're doing. I can assure you the results will be amazing, especially if you combine the ingredients the way they work together really well. Give your partner what they need, what to feel loved, to feel cared for, to feel appreciated. And eventually, this mixture is going to turn into a beautiful, beautiful cake. I know it looks a bit thick and we're looking at it and you're thinking, how is that a cake batter anyway? It is absolutely a cake batter. You know why? Because the ingredient that I'm going to add next, which is pineapple, grated pineapple, I've just grated my pineapples, and my carrots, also have a little bit of liquid. So when this liquid goes into this mixture, it's going to make it line. So let's see if that's what happens, right? So keep doing what you do in the relationship. Eventually, it will work out. almost looks like it's not going to come together. Almost. And at this point is when people decide, I want to give up. This is not what I signed up for. This is not the person that I wanted anyway. Oh God, this relationship is not working out. But if you're a little bit patient with yourself and with your partner, and if you're more forgiving and more receptive and more willing to hear them out, you find that if you just put in a little bit more effort, it actually works out very well. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? By just putting in a little bit more effort, a little bit more work, and not giving up, it comes together. And it's almost a cake batter, right? So now at this point, we are going to add our carrots. It is a carrot cake after all. The pineapples are just to complement and add sweetness to it. And to just, to complement the carrots. Oh my God. So a little bit more effort, a little bit more conversations, a little bit more forgiving, kindness and patience. And look at what happens. The butter comes together. Now, this is the very important part of this ingredient. And it will surprise you that it is very important to taste the butter and check and see whether it's where you want it. So, my goodness, that is amazing. It's going to cook so well. It's not too sweet. It's not undersweet. It's just right where we like it to have it. Why have I tasted the butter? It is very important to check in on your partner. Find out how they are doing. How are they faring? Is everything you're doing speaking love to them as you had hoped or anticipated? That is what we call a pillow talk. Just engage your partner, find out, say, hey, honey, hey, love, hey, darling, what's going on? What's happening? How was work today? And actually purpose to listen. Purpose to hear them out. Purpose to understand how their day was. Now I've already prepared my pan or my baking sheet where I'm going to put to transfer this butter into, and I'll put it in the oven, and of course I'll show you the final product. So as you can see, the cake batter is ready and it's ready to go into the oven. And I'm going to talk about this particular baking sheet because I used to believe that cake should be baked in the normal baking sheets. I never tried this one. I always use this one for chicken and stuff like that. But I've come to discover that they cut into very nice squares, and I can transfer it into an airtight container. And it looks amazing, and you can just pick and bite. And you know, a lot as a mother with this economy we are trying to do to control the quantities that get eaten. But my point is this: always be open to new ideas. Try out new things. You never know. They might work out better than the old-fashioned way that you're used to doing things, huh? Don't you think? I've preheated my oven. And it's ready to go into the oven. Now we wait. And now for the moment that we have all been waiting for. It's 41 minutes since I put it in. 10 minutes of preheating of the oven, so that's about 35 minutes. It should be perfectly ready. As you can see, please never be tempted to open the door. My goodness, it makes the cake just go after all that work, and then you open the door and my goodness, don't be in a rush. Oh, the house smells amazing. Yeah, it is. You're about to check if it's ready. So I'm just gonna pull it out a little bit using my stick. I'm gonna check. If it comes out clean, it means the cake is ready. But I can already tell from the way it looks. The cake is ready, so it looks amazing. Oh, are you able to focus? I don't think you are. But it's clear. Let me see if it can focus. Well, you take my word for it then. So here we are with our amazing cake and our amazing lesson today about different personalities, different people coming together and working so well together because they focus on their differences and focus on complementing each other. You can see the cake isn't holding on to the corner, so it will be very easy to turn it over and remove it. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to cut it and leave it right there. Oh, it's so spongy. So we let it cool, and then we'll cut it. And there we have it, our beautiful carrot cake. And our main lesson today is 2 different personalities can actually come together and work really well together if they balance their differences and take into account their differences and become sensitive with each other and work together, just like nutmeg and cinnamon, just like carrot and pineapple. 2 great ingredients. And understanding the base of that relationship, like we said, the carrot cake here, its base isn't butter and it isn't margarine. It's mostly cooking oil, which if you're not used to baking, that could be something that you find to be strange, or if you're used to baking, again, that could be something that you find to be strange. But the whole point behind it is understanding the differences between 2 people who come together in any relationship, business relationship, romantic relationship, personal relationships, any relationships. Understand the different parts and embrace the different parts of this relationship and let it work. And finally, you will have something so beautiful like this. You want to cry. I love the way the crusts on the end has formed. It is amazing. The house smells so good. And that's the lesson behind this whole cake thing. Cake matrons always talk about, you don't see the work that has been put into the relationship. You only see the finished product. Put in the work, darling. See you next time. My name is Nyuka BJK Kamau and I am your own personal relationship coach, and we are coaching differently, new ways of coaching. We are learning from the kitchen.